up, guys? Tuning in, Tre07. Hey, you hear me? Take that mic down, Mo. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah. Let's go. What were you saying, Mo? 50 Cent line we were talking about just now.
Banks told me, cuz, go ahead and switch the style up. And if they hate, to let them hate and watch the money pile up.
Yeah, we were talking about style switching, right?
For sure.
So switching the style up, I told you this artist right here. It's pretty dope. But okay, so this week's guest, first let me introduce my boy Mo. Mo.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? I got Mo in the building.
Hold on,
He's gonna be
on you real quick.
He's gonna be co-hosting with us this evening and sharing with us the singer Jay Smith.
Hello.
How are you doing?
How you doing? Wait to my people, Jay Smith. I want to let them know I really know you, man. You
nice
on your way.
Welcome to the show. So this is gonna be the Tre07 show. That's a branding I've used for quite a while. Tre07 is an artist, but is also a band, but is also a brand. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm live on the Tre07 page. I have some viewers. I have some people. People check me out. But we're gonna be brought to you by Fidgets McGee and 307 Productions. 307 Productions is the studio you see here. Fidgets McGee is sponsoring the show here. Fidgets McGee. I do sell fidget spinners and other toys since the fidget spinner craze kind of died down. But you do have an opportunity to win a free fidget spinner during the show. I might ask you some crazy questions from the quiz show that we got here. So.
Okay.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's nice to be here.
It is good to see you.
Thank you very, very much for inviting me here. Ever since when you asked me to come to the show, I already knew I wanted to, you know. So nice to be here.
Yeah, thanks for being here. So we met at the Evening Muse.
Yes, we met at the
That's
Evening
in Charlotte,
Muse.
right?
Yes, and that was my first time performing at the Evening Muse, and I was scared out of my mind. Yeah.
Wow.
So
I would have never known though.
You know, the longer you do it and the more you start performing, you learn little cheats and little tricks to make yourself not seem nervous.
Right.
So, yeah. But it was a lot of fun. Wasn't expecting to perform, and then I found out that a friend of mine, George Banda, was performing. He was performing and he was hosting. So I figured, you know, if there was any time for me to perform, that would kind of be, you know, the day. You know, you got your friend hosting, I got my friends there. You know, so yeah, it worked out nice.
I think I actually have George coming on sometime in October.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
I asked him that night, and I also asked who was the girl performer. I
Alexa
yes,
Jensen.
I have her coming on,
really good.
That's gonna be really cool. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. So, how? That was your first show, you mean?
No, that was my first time performing at the Evening Muse.
At the Evening Muse. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, how long have you been performing?
I have been performing for about 4.5, 5 years. Just because I started like studying voice when I was in high school. And when I got to college, I started taking it a little bit more seriously, like actually training my voice, you know.
Dope.
And then I started performing all throughout college. I performed at all the little campus events and things, and and it just took off.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to Queen's University of Charlotte.
Nice.
Charlotte
in the house. Queen City. So what's that like? What college? Is that a music-based college or just,
no?
What'd you study there?
It's liberal arts. I studied music there. I actually studied voice performance there, and learned piano, learned singing jazz, learned all those different things there.
Yeah.
But Queens is more of a business-centric school. The business students, you know, they have a pretty nice program laid out for them. But no, I went for music and loved it. So
nice.
Yeah.
All right.
So I've been doing it for about five years.
So you play some instruments too?
I do.
Yeah.
I play keyboard and I can play one song on the guitar.
That's cool. That's cool. I can't play full songs.
Really?
No, I mean I can play full songs looped. Like I've made music before, made some beats for myself, but I can loop like riffs. Like I can't play like a full song with a band. That's one of my goals though. As I get older, I want to be in a jazz band.
You can definitely do it.
I'm kind of where you at. I can pluck some strings and create a loop out of it, and produce a whole beat from it.
But that's something too.
Right. Well, even like there are studies that kind of show that like you don't necessarily have to be like a virtuoso at an instrument or at the voice to put a song together. Like, you know,
absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned during the Eminem and MGK thing that it was a matter of someone doing the same thing over and over again, like Steve Vai, and he's like 70, still playing like amazingly. We're like, okay, yeah, we get it. Versus someone that's being, but that's changing a little bit or doing something different, but not necessarily as complex,
right?
But still doing it to the best of their ability.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? So
and you don't always have to be phenomenal. You don't have to be a phenomenal, singer to be an artist. You don't have to be a phenomenal, instrument, player to be a good artist. You just have to be able to write kind of catchy little things and show presence on stage, So, yeah.
How much of it do you think is talent versus, we'll get like 3 or 4 different things? Like if you could break down like what it is to be an artist, how much of it is this drive and talent and work ethic, hard work, creativity, being like 4 or 5 different ways to break it down?
I definitely think that hard work would probably be depending on how far you want to go, because some artists don't necessarily want to be, on TV and all that. But hard work is a large portion of it,
The bigger chunk, you think?
Yeah. And I think talent, I think the more you have, the easier and the more marketable you are, because like at the end of the day, regardless of like your brand, if you're talented, people can kind of, it's not questionable.
I mean? It's like it's like not inevitable, but obvious.
Yeah,
I see your talent.
Yeah.
Now, whether you're gonna work hard
is a completely different story.
Yeah.
So definitely your talent has to be a certain aspect of it. Also your brand, kind of how you like market yourself, and
100%.
like there are certain artists that just based off of a logo. Even brands like Nike, like you see the check and
McDonald's,
it's like you see it anywhere and you know it.
Right.
The people kind of fall in love with the brand aspect of who you are, and knowing that you're like relatable to them. They kind of fall in love with that. And just how professionalism is a large portion of it too. You got to be professional. You got to show up on time and and get the job done, because that's kind of what builds your reputation. Your reputation precedes you.
Right.
These kind of things. So yeah. So
just thought of Jada Kiss line, man.
Go ahead.
Hard work beats talent if talent don't work hard.
Absolutely.
And that's so true.
In every like aspect.
Right.
Everybody always said, like I've said before, that I would rather work with somebody that works hard and like at least tries hard than somebody that's got like super talent that's arrogant and cocky.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, nah, I'd rather have that to work with, because you can build that. You can't tone down arrogance. I mean, you can, I guess, but I think it's always in a person that would be. I don't know. I can't say always. I won't speak in absolute.
Yeah.
But yeah.
If someone is a headache to work with, and they're constantly a headache to work with, then after a while you kind of just like, there are more talented people. There are plenty of talented people in the world that you can find. So
very true.
You gotta be willing to work hard and be professional. So
professionalism goes such a long way, man. Because, I mean, I think the point everybody in the room is making right now is your talent. I mean, it's a million people with talent. You know, if I don't want to work with you, though, like, go ahead. I'll take somebody with lesser talent and put the budgeting dollars behind him and have a less of a headache.
And one thing I think about professionalism is that a lot of times, in order to be professional, you have to constantly be willing to learn, and you have to constantly be willing to grow. So somebody who's less talented, but they're professional, they'll work hard to get better.
Yes.
As opposed to somebody who's talented who only wants to stay here because they don't want anybody to tell them anything. Or, they think that they're so good. They think that they got a good gig and they're just so amazing. People get tired of that after a while. So yeah.
Makes me think of something personal, actually. Like I have trouble working with people. I wonder if I'm that guy.
I think you're a good mix of that
I don't want to
guy.
be that guy. Okay.
You're a good mix of that guy.
All
You're
right.
not just over the edge. Like,
All
you
right.
still have a conscious. Like, some people just be unconsciously like, F that. I don't
Yeah,
wanna hear that. Like,
yeah.
You have a part of you that is like, am I being too over the top? Okay, maybe I could. Maybe. Let me consider it.
You know? Of course. Yeah. I feel at all times you should consider things.
Yeah. What would you do? What would you think if you found out that you were that person? Like, if you experienced something and it made you realize, like, okay, yeah, it wasn't.
I have. What did I do? What did I do? I was still me. I still displayed it. Right. And then I held myself accountable.
Yeah.
I looked at it.
Yeah.
You know, made some some changes maybe to a different direction.
Right.
And tried and. I don't want to say, and started moving in a different direction.
Yeah.
And there's always times where you start to revert to some of your old habits, so we call them, or some of your things that's always going to be there. You just got to kind of be able to tone it down.
And you just have to
recognize it. Recognition and being aware of it.
Right.
You know.
And you definitely have to be willing to like hold yourself accountable and have people around you to hold you accountable. A lot of the people who are super talented but they don't always make it, they have a lot of yes people around them. You gotta, like, even with me and like my friends, like I want my friends to call me out like when I'm not on my shit. You know what I mean? Because I feel like as friends you should want your friend to grow. Like I shine, you shine. We all, you know what I'm saying? We both want to be our best self.
I think some of that, like I was saying with your instance, Joe, and other people who could be considered in that part of circle, a lot of it is confidence and some of it is good, man.
Yeah.
It's not all bad.
No.
You got that confidence, and when you can, equal it out.
Right.
The baddest man on the planet.
Yeah. Being sure of yourself.
Yeah,
but
being
also,
sure of yourself.
Right. But also remaining to be humble. It takes you very far. So. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think being humble is a matter of how well you can carry yourself and still not. It's the balance of not being arrogant but confident. And humble is the difference between that.
Right.
Where someone will look at you and be like, oh, instead of, oh. You know what I mean? That's such a fine line right there. And if you walk that, you're really doing good.
And you know what I think? I think that humility is not feeling the need to express that you're good, but letting your product kind of speak for itself, you know? So, like, you don't have to tell people, what you do. You just let your actions and let your behaviors kind of behoove you, So,
right.
Yeah.
Your being and your, versus, that's
Yeah.
cool. So, I was thinking about earlier, I kind of, before the guest comes on, I kind of have a discussion with them while they're not here. So I was thinking earlier, what's the difference between show and a gig and a showcase? Open mics.
This is just me personally. I don't know if this is how everybody thinks of it. I kind of consider them all gigs. If you're if you're getting what I can do 30 shows maybe like in many different venues, but I consider them all gigs. Like when people say you got a good gig, that could be like running an open mic, that could be something on the radio, that could be, this is a good, gig, you know what I'm saying?
Right. It's the gig generation.
Right. Everybody's getting it.
Everybody's getting it. Everybody's getting the bag somewhere.
Yeah. I think I would say a show. Anytime like you're performing, I consider that a show. And what was the other one?
I saw a post where somebody was saying, I got a show. Oh no, hip hop artists. If you keep saying you got a show. And I was like, okay, I know the difference. Like, yeah, for sure. Getting paid is one thing, and then just doing it. Not saying either one is worth less.
Right.
Just know the difference. That this one you're showing off, and you're just kind of putting yourself out there. Because even showcases you got to pay for.
Yeah.
So now a showcase you pay for. An open mic you do for free.
Right.
And a show you get paid for, or a gig. Or a gig is anything. I think I'll put gig all over it.
It's the umbrella term.
I got a gig coming up.
Yeah.
What's it pay? Nothing, but I got a gig. Like,
right.
I'm driving there, motherfucker.
Right. That's so true. I never thought of that you do pay for showcases. My debut showcase I did last year in November, and I paid for the venue. Like, I paid like the people to play for me. You know what I mean? And I never thought of that.
Oh, but they also have ones where they put you in front of a certain judge panel from another city to tour with the guy that knows Lloyd Banks of 50 Cent, of
his little brother.
Yeah, he's doing a showcase down here somewhere. Somehow he's tied in with Diddy.
I have never...
or like something like that. And you pay $20 because his name's on the flyer and Gucci's face is on it.
I have
and you
never
gotta
heard
sell
of
the
that.
tickets yourself.
And you got to sell the tickets yourself, and you're paying $5 a head for everybody you bring with you.
I have not heard of this.
Oh my! Oh, great! You mean I've been duped several times?
No.
It's a big one. It's a really big one.
No,
It
there
comes
are
down
real
all the
ones.
time.
There are real ones.
There are real ones.
What?
A&Rs come in like so many different shapes and sizes. Like there's probably 50 of them on a label. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Or more.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are really good opportunities, to be honest, because you're going to be in a room of probably 1,000 people if it's a really good one. And it is some people who know people in there.
Right,
You probably
right.
won't have Puffy in there, but
Somebody
have
that knows
producers in
him,
it.
they
That
might
can
have
take
him
you-
on the phone.
Right, can take you to the
Or-
next step.
It's like that level of like if I hand this CD to this guy, he might drop it on Dr. Dre's desk, like
Maybe.
Eminem. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
And that
yeah.
still is a thing, even in
Yeah.
the digital age. I think that it's still a thing to go out there with your CD, your towel, sweating doing a show, and be like, here, give this to whoever you know,
Right.
somebody. You know,
People.
You ever done that?
definitely- Yeah.
I absolutely done that. Like,
who would you hand your CD to?
everybody
Well known.
I
What's
can.
the most well known artist or whatever you've handed your CD to?
The most well-known person I've handed my music to. So, I was in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep it a 1,000 right now.
Of course.
So you know Big Cat Records?
No.
Okay, that's the people who started Gucci Man.
Okay.
So I'm in my house one day, and the janitor, this is it, the janitor of the property comes to the house, and I'm playing my music. You know, at this time I was in Atlanta. I moved from New Jersey to Atlanta for the purpose of music and nothing else.
Right.
So I'm bumping my music in the house, and he come through. He got to fix something. He like, yo, who that? I'm like, yeah, that's me. I'm like, you like it? He like, yeah. He said, you know Big Cat? I'm like, nah, I don't know Big Cat. I'm from New Jersey. I don't know no
Who the
Big
fuck's
Cat.
that?
So he like, yeah, give me a copy of that. I'm gonna get it to Big Cat.
Wow.
Big Cat again put Gucci Man on.
Right.
This was the time. This was
Was he a
2004 to
promoter or manager?
2006. Who, Big Cat?
Big Cat, yeah.
The record owner. He owns
Right,
the
okay,
whole
that's
label.
his name. Yeah, that's his
Okay,
name. Big
Big
Cat
Cat,
Records.
Big Cat
All right.
Records.
Yeah, Fat Cat, like just Aristocats.
He
cigar.
calls
Yeah.
him on the phone immediately and sets up for me to have a meeting with Big Cat, just on the strength, because that's his family. The
Right.
janitor
Right,
at my
right,
apartments was
right.
his family.
And he believed in what you were
What he
like,
heard for the
right,
little bit of
right.
time he
was
heard
like,
it.
this is good. This is good.
I love that.
Yeah.
The next week, when this meeting supposed to happen, that's when the beef with Jeezy and Gucci Man happened, and they shot up the studio. No meeting. Never heard from him again. Crazy.
Well, I mean, thank God you would have been like 50 Cent.
Yeah.
You would have got shot outside the studio. I'll be rich! Actually, 50 didn't get shot out. Man, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
that
have a
definitely
good
happened.
story like that, man.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
either.
I handed my CD to Ritz at a Yellow Wolf show.
You know what though?
And how?
That just made me think of the quote, man. You treat the janitor like the CEO, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why that
I
happened.
want to be the
Because I
janitor.
showed him hella
Yeah,
love when he
yeah,
came in. Like,
yeah.
what's up? You want something to drink?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, let me make this call for you.
Right.
Wow.
You never know who people know. You know what I'm saying? You never know like who's related to who. And anybody, if you come in and show people like good showmanship, and like you said, like you talk to them and like you know try to hook them up, like people respect that. You know what I mean? And when people know that you are a nice person and that you won't like go behind their back, and you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
like I said, your reputation like it comes before you. So
Yeah, oh, that's like you go right back to that. Yeah.
it precedes you.
Now,
So
what about any artists you've ever handed your CD to?
I have not handed my CD to Ultra Art. I'm still in the middle of recording it right now.
Gotcha.
So my EP is set to drop
Speaking
in summer
of
of
which.
2019. Yeah.
So I asked you if you had any goals and aspirations or certain things coming up for you. So
Mhm.
you want to get a CD done by
By summer of 2019.
2019. You
Yeah.
also said you wanted to make $1 million. Is that also by the summer of 2019?
Okay, probably not.
Because it's all in the same sentence. It says,
Probably
release
not.
my EP, incorporate dancing into my shows, make millions of dollars. All three of those by the summer of 2019. We gotta make it happen, man. We gotta make it happen.
bro.
That could be done. I've seen artists, 50 Cent, for instance. He came 6 months. He was in there. Yeah.
Man,
So-
well, listen. If it happens, I do not like negate that energy. I want that energy over here. But,
All love, right?
But no, I definitely want to get my EP done by summer of 2019. Just
Got it.
because, like we were saying, I think that people definitely take you a bit more seriously when you have like a physical copy of like something that I've like worked on and put money into, and like I did the recording and everything. You know, people take it a bit more seriously, so I want to definitely get that done. But I'm currently recording my maybe second or third single for the project. So
Right.
yeah.
So shout out real quick just to your social media pages at Singer J Smith on Instagram, Singer J Smith on SoundCloud, also on iTunes, Spotify, title J Smith, just the letter J Smith. The debut single, Like We Knew It Would.
Yeah.
Now Spotify's a good thing too. So not only the physical copy, but you have Spotify where people can just literally search for you and play.
Yeah, they can just pull you up. Yeah.
I like going to artists I know and playing their page just for the heck of it.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, yeah.
it's such a good idea to get like your, just to help out. You know what I mean? Like
To show it.
because
Yeah.
the more you get it played, the more it'll probably show up in other people's playlists.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean? So
right,
like I
right.
think that I have a couple songs that I did too. So let's
So,
check this
yeah.
out. You want to play this?
Please do.
All right.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Let's get into
Let's get a
it.
little funk in here.
All right. Open Spotify. Now do you have a YouTube or? Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, I am on YouTube. J Smith on YouTube.
Let's go there. Let's
yeah.
check that out. So J. Smith.
Yep.
J.
J.
Smith.
What about? Hey, you ever listen to who is that? They don't know about you and me.
Donnell
John B.
Jones. Oh, John B. Excuse me.
John
Yeah.
B. Is that you about you and me? Is that John B?
They don't
know about this. Yeah. Oh man, he did a song with Tupac. I was like,
That was look, that came to my mind as soon as you started singing that. What was the one with Tupac?
John B. Let him know, baby, it's alright. Yeah. And Pac's in the back. Pac's in the back. Tell that you want me.
There for me now.
Yeah. By the way that you smile.
Hey, yeah.
Are you still down?
Are
He
you
did that
still
one too.
down
Are you
for
still
me?
down
Yeah.
for me? Like, na 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 na.
That's the same song.
Is it the same song?
Is
I'm just
it?
trying to make sure because I
I
know
have no
I
idea.
thought he did two with John B, but that's a good song.
No.
J.
Wow.
Smith. Let me see. What we
Uh-huh.
got. Not Jaden Smith. We
No.
like Jaden Smith.
Is that Will Smith?
Will Smith's son. Stop. What's the name of the song?
Like We Knew It Would.
Like we knew it would. J. Smith about to blow like we knew he would. Shout out to the whole orange, man.
Let's do that fruit over there.
Please.
Let's cut it open. Go ahead. Let's do it. So we're about to eat the
forbidden fruit.
This is the forbidden fruit.
This is the stuff that got Adam and Eve kicked out the garden right here. We
Ain't
about
it?
to eat some
It
of
looks
this.
like it.
Look at
That was the education and like the knowing of things.
Let me show
All right, it's rambutan, rambutan, RAMBUTAN. So this is this rambutan fruit. It's an Asian fruit, and you can get it at the Asian market. My friend Erica brought us these. She was doing some nails somewhere, and she was like, "They're right by the." Yeah, you don't eat the whole thing. It's like a sea urchin.
Yeah.
So this thing right here.
It's Asian fruit, man. You got to be in the new.
It's like a
things. You gotta try
blowfish.
new things. So the inside looks like a grape or something, huh?
Kind of. Yeah.
Right.
I would tell you done cracked yours open and you ain't
Yeah,
playing.
we tried one earlier.
Jay don't play, man.
So you just
Yeah.
cut it open like this. There you go.
What did you cut
And then
yours
it's
open?
got,
with?
and it's got like a
You slice
leather,
open
like a
it,
leather outer skin. Don't go all the way down, and then you just do this,
And then you pull the seed out.
and then this comes out. So you just like you open this up, and then this thing comes
It
out.
looks like it might be tasty. How you like it so far?
It's like a grape, kind of.
Yeah, it's like a grape, like a white grape.
It's like a grape. This is what it looks
It's
like
like
on
a
the inside.
grape.
Little hairy grape.
A little grape.
Little sea urchin looking grape. Don't eat this inside shell. Not that it's bad for you, but it's probably not the best. Just eat the outside.
But I had a little bit of the inside shell and it tastes
I
like
did
a
too.
coconut.
A little bit.
Tastes like coconut to you? Like a little coconut
Not bad,
type
but
thing?
Kind of like a
You're definitely not supposed to eat that.
pistachio sugar.
Adrian Blanca.
Kind of. That's kind of what the
Yo, this is good.
It
Shout
is
out
good.
to all the Asians, man.
Shout out
No,
to the
that
Asian
definitely
food.
is good. How do you pronounce that again?
Oh, don't ask me again. Rambutan. I'm
Rambutan.
certainly
Rambutan.
saying that sounds like some kind of European thing. Rambutan? No,
Sounds
that's
like
so.
a king.
I'm probably saying it so wrong. RAM, R-A-M-B-U-T-A-N. Rambutan. No, that's so. I'm probably saying it so wrong. I'm probably saying it so wrong. Rambutan. No, that's so. I'm probably saying it so wrong. I'm probably saying it so wrong. Rambutan. No, that's. I'm probably saying it so wrong.
R-A-N.
That's kind of how we pronounce it.
B-U-T-A-N? Rambies. We
Yeah,
eat Rambies live.
No, I used to climb up in trees in Florida and eat fruit out of the tree.
Really?
Yeah, there was like these little. They look like little peaches, but they're little like pears. I don't know what they were called. They were like little fruits that you could eat right out of the tree.
That's
They're
live.
like, yeah, they taste like
What
apricot.
color were they?
Like orangish.
It might have been an apricot.
I'm
Maybe-
from the islands,
maybe it
man.
was,
I'm
yeah.
all about that, man. Climbing in the tree and getting your own snack.
Yeah.
I never got a chance to do it, but I'm about that. About that life.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right. Jay Smith, like we knew it would.
Jay
Smith.
Smith.
I just can't wait till I see you again. I do what I can to make sure we never end. And if you ever doubt what we got going on, don't worry, 'cause baby, my loving is strong. You got me spinning all around in your love like a tornado, baby. I'm down, then you pick me up and you take me for a ride. Don't wanna give this thing up, 'cause when I'm with you, baby, I'm yours till it's said and done. Did I say I love you? Hey, 'cause you know I do. And this feels so good.
Come on.
Woo! It's like we knew it would. Second verse. I'm on a mission when you're not around. Unless you're talking to me, I don't hear a sound. You gotta understand just how much I adore ya. As long as I live, there's nobody before ya. You got me spinning all around in your love like a tornado, baby. I'm down and you pick me up and you take me for a ride. I don't wanna give this thing up, 'cause when I'm with you, baby, I'm yours till it's said and done. Hey, I say I remember this. I remember this. 'Cause you know I do. You know
That's
I
poppin'.
do.
Come on.
And this feels so good. I can hear that. It feels so good. When I performed this,
I did, that's what I'm saying. I was remembering the whole vibe in the room.
It's fun, yeah. I love you. Yeah, so symphonic distributed to them. Yeah.
Tell me about that. So how did you got your stuff around?
Yeah.
You're doing your business.
Yeah, I'm working on it. That was my debut single.
Now that's important, right?
Yeah.
How important is business? And then like nowadays, especially, we're like not just getting discovered is gonna be the main thing. Like we're all Eminem even said it. You know, like back in the day, you used to have to like be out there and like hand your CD to somebody, which is still relevant, right? But nowadays, you can put yourself out there and still be out there.
Yeah. Business is definitely important simply because you have to know kind of what you're getting into, because if you want to get your stuff out there, you have to kind of know the business aspect of it, know like how you get paid with royalties, know like, about your publishing, you know what I'm saying? And that's always important just because you don't want nobody like taking advantage of you. Yeah, you don't want nobody taking advantage of you.
R. Kelly put out a song, I Admit It.
Yeah.
See, he talks about how they jerked him so bad
How
from
many
his first deal.
From the 80s, 90s.
It's still happening.
It
happens all the time.
Yes. And I heard that. Isn't that? And R. Kelly has put out all
He
these
wrote for
songs,
everybody.
So regardless of like, the rumors and all the allegations and everything, R. Kelly, like, he should have, his money from the songs that he recorded and produced.
It all started with the first contract he signed.
Yeah.
The first one.
The first one is
always the one.
Once you get in it, a lot of times there's fine print in it, and they can lock you into like a bind. You know what I'm saying? So you can't get out. So that's when you hear like all these like different artists talk about how they're like suing their record company simply to get. A lot of times it's not for money.
Just out of contract.
They just want them to like they're like, leave me alone.
I hear so many artists now being like, oh man, I got it. Like, it's almost like a burden. Like, I got 2 more fucking albums on this contract, and then I'm out, and I'm gonna be doing this. I'm like, damn, like, it's not even like a thing to want to be on a label anymore.
Just because, like, imagine that you say you sign a contract with Atlantic, and Atlantic, your contract says you have to release 3 to 4 albums under this year span, from like a 5-year span or whatever.
Right.
Imagine that the first one goes wrong. You know what I'm saying? That the first one, they'll supply the producers. You know what I'm saying? They're like, we will supply all of this. All you gotta do is just pay us back when you get your money from your album or whatever.
Yeah.
So imagine that the first album tanks. You don't want to record. You know what I'm saying? You may not want to go back and record 4 more albums with these same people under this same.
You get
not only that,
creatively. You can't. Like you owe millions of dollars
Yeah,
at this point.
yeah.
Well, if you spent that money, I mean, you spent the money already on the producers and all that. They're not just giving those to you.
Right.
They're like, we're giving you producers and we're charging by the hour. We're putting it up against the fact that you're going to sell something.
Exactly.
But isn't it their responsibility? Partly their responsibility to make sure I sell. If I'm an artist, I'm signed to a label. Like I'm agreeing to this, right? You put me in a 4-album contract. Okay, but you're also responsible for putting me out there. Like your label, if I'm not successful, it's partly your fault. So maybe the contract could be like worked out. We're like, okay, maybe I won't owe that much. If it doesn't do good, there's a clause that'll say you can do this then, and you will only owe us this because it is partly our fault. They ain't gonna do that shit.
Right.
They're not doing that. It's business.
Right. Yeah.
So,
No,
it's like getting a loan from the bank. They know what they're doing.
They know.
I'll put it all out. I
Yeah.
got you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Give me 10 years.
So that's where being independent is a bit different because with the label, if they're going to put you out there, they're going to market you how they want to market you, and it may not always be true to who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Whereas when you're independent and you're in control of what people can see, you're in control of your social media, you're in control of, everything. What your album covers, you're in control of the songs you get to sing.
Right.
You know, it's a bit easier. So I definitely see why. I'm independent. Like I'm not tied to.
Well,
a
the
label.
key is, for a long time, everybody's been trying to chase a record deal.
Yeah.
The key is to have a record deal chase you.
You know what I'm saying?
Starting off as independent, like you want them knocking on your door.
Yeah.
Because if you give them that leverage to where you're like, please, 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 they gonna jerk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And show people that like you don't need them. You know what I'm saying? Like show people like I'm good on my own. Like, and that even ties into like dealing with people's opinions on your work. You know what I mean? Like you have to like it for yourself because you're not gonna always get validation from everyone, even if it is your record label. So contracts can go bad. Contracts can go wrong, man.
Yeah.
So.
Well, with let's just bring up. I wanted to talk about it anyway. Let's talk about it. MGK.
Let's talk about
Yellow
it.
Wolf, Eminem. Okay, Eminem. MGK is on Bad Boy. I don't see a lot of promotion from him, from Bad Boy anyway.
Okay.
But Puffy stands behind him. But MGK, I think, has his like a freer, possible. Like I think he's being almost like his true self. Like he's turned. But I don't know where they're going with that. But another artist of mine is on Cash Money. They don't really promote him that much.
Yeah.
Who you said Mike's on?
Oh no.
Cash
Caskey.
Money?
I like Caskey and MGK and Yellow Wolf was on Eminem's label, and they said something about how he wasn't being promoted probably, but he also right about the time he dropped, he was rocking the rebel flag.
Oh,
and so he lost a big audience because he's from Alabama. He was doing the rebel flag thing, but as a white rapper, like we talked about, and they weren't having it. Eminem signed him, but he didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, no, not that he didn't go anywhere. He has his market. He's big. He's got his thing. But Yellow Wolf.
He had a hot second.
Was a more successful rapper than he is right now, rock rapper.
Yeah.
Like he's doing his own thing with his own band. He might as well be a band, but he was definitely more successful being just a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not where I think he was supposed to be. So I don't even know if he's still on shit.
Now, take me back to when it comes to MGK and Eminem.
Oh shit!
What was the first? Because I don't know a lot about. I don't know the context.
There was 4 things that happened before that even.
Before this last.
Right.
Eminem
It stems from something way deeper.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So the first thing. MGK was 21, 22. He tweeted. He saw a thing that said, the things that say stars, what they look like as a kid and what they look like now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it said, he saw a thing of Haley, Eminem's daughter, who looked like this as a kid and then looked like this now, and she was 16.
Uh-huh.
So MGK at Eminem Yeah, at Eminem. There's the problem right there. He just said.
I hope y'all got my face on camera.
Yeah, no, I didn't get your face.
I was like,
right? So he says, Haley is hot. Haley's looking hot as fuck. Or Haley's hot as fuck. At Eminem's still the greatest of all time. Like, he was totally. Yeah. So that's where it started. Apparently, Eminem called. Apparently, the label called MGK, not woke him up. Apparently, he said that, but they called MGK. MGK said that he was supposed to apologize, take it down, da 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 da. He took it down.
Okay.
He said whatever. I was kind of like, what? Like, I'm asking. He said, okay, whatever. So apparently, he took it down. But then, subsequently, he said Eminem made phone calls or people tried to shelf him at Interscope because they're both on the same label. Okay. So they were calling the boss.
And Eminem was the bigger artist at
right.
the time.
So they're thinking that like maybe that has something to do with his not being promoted and not being where he should be, so to speak. Right? Always being underrated. Nobody's really paying attention to him, but he's not out there either. Like Puffy's not promoting him really. Okay. You know. So that happened. Then on like in April. He mentioned it a couple times. He said, I'm my favorite rapper alive since my favorite rapper banned me from Shade 45. Like, he said he's not supposed to be on his radio station. Supposedly, Eminem, that's the truth. He's never been on there since. And he's been invited. So, you know, his interviewer says he can't come on, all that stuff. So that's another thing. So, like, trying to blackball him.
Right.
So then on, like, July, he gets on a song with Tech Nine and kind of underhand or subliminally disses Eminem.
Okay.
Somehow. I didn't see the subliminal. It was pretty straightforward. It was like, it was definitely a diss.
All this started from social media.
Yeah. Right? He would have never heard about things. He would have been on stage talking about him or something somewhere. Did you hear MGK talking about you in Minnesota? No. Oh. And that's it. That's far. Okay.
That's how you should.
This is the only thing I got to say about that. Because me and Joe had a 5-hour discussion about this the other day. Once you mention my daughter, I'm whipping your ass.
Yeah.
How many times has Eminem been through that?
Yeah. But hold on.
And he's mentioned,
any other person in this industry, could you imagine 50 Cent having a daughter and somebody saying, hey man, at 50 Cent, your daughter's hot as fuck? What do you think is going to happen to that person?
We're going to see a live video of 50 Cent showing up at somebody's apartment.
That's what I was going
to say. He'll be right there. He'll be like, yo, so I'm at this dude's house. Like at 6 p.m. He just flew in. Yeah. He take the Ferrari to the dude's house. I want you to say that shit you said on Twitter.
Right.
You can't do that, man. It was a move to get himself in a better position.
And not to be funny, it worked. Like,
but it was 6 years later that Eminem acknowledged MGK as dissing him back because he said he heard him on the Tech Nine song. He was like, all right, now I'm gonna say something. But it was 6 years later after the Haley thing. So like that's something. Yeah, like a bitter like.
He was like,
I said he sounds like a disgruntled dad whose daughter is dating somebody he doesn't like, but it's just like him.
I know.
Like, I don't like that guy, but he's just like me. So like.
But then once he said that,
if you call my house and tell me something nasty about my daughter and didn't ask to come to dinner, I'm going to say no.
Is that nasty?
Like you said, hold on, you said blackball him from 45. That's not blackballing. Like if you disrespect
the label too though.
My daughter, you're not going to be on my radio.
Yeah,
you'll never be on my radio.
No, but Sway has a show on the radio and other people have a show on his station. So
yeah, you're not getting.
You can't be on my station at all. Not even if it's in the building.
No.
Okay. How about calling your boss, who's the boss of your label, telling your manager or whatever to tell him not to put out that artist in such a way because he said something about your daughter.
So it's no different than I think I did a video on this earlier. It's no different
Don't
than
give
corporate
him
America.
Oh yeah.
You gotta watch what you're doing. You gotta watch how you're moving. Like you just don't do anything.
Yeah.
Like if somebody above you, 48 laws of power, you never shit on somebody above you. Like that's just not a smart move.
He could have thought it, but he didn't have to say it.
You know
what I'm saying? And then you go at him.
And then you try to diss one of the greatest rappers ever.
I give him respect for that. I'm like, hell yeah.
When Eminem could have put you
that's what you do.
You know what I'm saying? And down the line.
But he didn't.
He could
So 6 years later he didn't. He's like, all right, fuck it now.
Yeah.
Like I'm not holding on. He even said he's like his favorite rapper and would give him props and everything. But like, he's like, oh, he's gonna diss me. I'm gonna fucking get back at him.
He's
All right, fuck it now.
But Eminem killed him, regardless.
No way.
Destroyed him. The
All
first
right,
time.
are we talking about like the song itself? the structure and the technicalities of it? Did he?
That's
Is
my
he a
only
better?
argument, like I said.
That
you know,
can't be the only
about
argument in a beef.
Why? Because we can't talk about the interview.
No, because shit matters. Like you can't just talk about how I created the song. Yeah,
Right.
you did very good at creating the song. What are you talking about? Oh, nothing really.
So hold on, let me just say this. Go ahead, you go.
I was gonna say so explain. So you're saying like about the lyrical content?
The subject matter.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, a song can be catchy, but
And
it's
then
not.
the song sounds better. I played it more times than I played Eminem. I don't even want to hear it anymore.
Jay.
It's just like, okay,
He's
I'm used to
an
Eminem.
MGK fan.
Okay,
So he's
Absolutely.
totally biased.
I'm trying not to be biased.
So
That's why I'm breaking it
No,
down
you're
this way.
not trying
I
to
think
be
it's
biased.
even. I think it's even
You
on the
think
fact
it's
that
even?
to give Eminem that song for Eminem was a mediocre song. That ain't even his best song.
Which one?
But people will argue the diss song,
Which one? The second one?
the major one, the Kill Shot.
That,
Not the
to
one
me,
on
that wasn't-
Kamikaze.
The one on Kamikaze, if you
Was
haven't
better.
heard it,
Was
Okay.
better than Kill Shot.
he killed this young man.
He said a few lines about it.
No, he killed him
No
artistically.
I mean, Eminem was a great rapper. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Eminem was great.
So
Like,
to if you're gonna come out, well, there's other technical things about the way he released it too, like on Tupac's death date and because you're like, why is he waiting a week? What the fuck? Why? That's kind of shitty. Like took him a week to get down, but he did it on purpose. And not only that, MGK's real name is Richard Colson.
okay.
Cleese.
The name of the song called Kill Shot is actual movie. And in the movie, there's a guy named Colson who gets a hit put out on.
This is what I'm-
So
this
it's
is what I was
deep. It's
saying with
stupid.
him.
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
okay.
I think on a way that like Eminem's way he thought it out
He's more
and
creative.
did it super. Yeah.
He's a better
But
artist.
He thought
wait,
it out.
but wait.
Like, yeah.
But wait, thought it out.
Yeah.
Sitting up is exactly his argument. Sitting up in your house, fucking yelling at the mic, still mad, and fucking formulating a plan. That's what Eminem does. He still writes. MGK is on tour. He came off, basically woke up eating cereal, went in the studio, recorded this diss to the greatest fucking rapper alive,
Okay.
in between tour buses and on tour, and went at him with 4 verses, 3 hooks, and it's a catchy fucking song, and it's doing better on YouTube, millions of views, and he's getting all sorts of new exposure. Even if he lost the battle, he's winning.
So Eminem did that man a favor.
Absolutely.
That's what it sounds. Okay, I was gonna say he's
But
doing.
he compared to the greatest rapper alive, that was a mediocre song. This is, to people, MGK's best song.
No, they're
A lot of people saying that. A lot of Eminem fans are saying this
They're
is MGK's
clicking
best
the
song.
button
They're
on
totally not.
MGK's song because it says Eminem this.
More times than Eminem's?
They're clicking the button on
Because they
MGK's
wanna
song
hear it.
because it says
But they wanna hear it.
Eminem this. Of
Absolutely.
course you want to hear
Absolutely.
it. Nobody who has this
But they're
Eminem
going to
in
hear
their
it how
life.
many more
Right.
times than Eminem? One more time?
But let's talk about the actual songs. Eminem songs are way better than MGK songs. You just
Yeah.
You actually just told us that.
Yeah. He's not a developed
the thought
artist.
he put into it, the artistry he
Of
put into
course.
it. Let me just tell you
46
this. Jay.
years old.
Let me tell you this.
46 years old, stuck in his house.
MGK did the song, right? The diss
Okay.
track.
Yeah.
No real artistic nothing to it. This is how
how?
the comparison is not even close.
Okay.
Eminem uses the same beat, and this is what he told me.
Yeah.
And plays it backwards.
Yeah.
And goes.
But
to
it's
that
the
beat.
same
That's
producer.
artistry.
Right, because
That's
it's the same.
artistry.
Yeah, I hear you.
MGK
Yeah,
is not
that's
even on
dope,
that
that's
wavelength.
dope.
But
Like,
that he
he
shouldn't
can
be.
rap. Why
He
shouldn't he be?
Because exactly what he's saying is that you're 46 years old. You got more time for that. I'm on tour. I'm eating
No.
cereal. Like, leave me. Like,
See, the
I made this.
46-year-old thing is like a cheap shot. Like,
Nah.
I'm still great. It doesn't matter how
He
old I
said,
am.
he said he's great. Yeah.
Eminem's dope. I mean,
Hell yeah. I take nothing away from him.
I mean,
I know.
when you kind of bring that into it, like, yeah, I mean,
He's young.
whoever has the better track has the better, you know what I'm saying, the better track. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
What's the thing we're going by though? Technical or
We're going with everything all around.
all right? Are you gonna like?
however, you did.
I gotta have to say it.
You did kind of you did say that by the standard,
Right.
That
Right.
Eminem's discography is at a higher
Like
standard.
a pound for
than MGK.
pound football term.
Absolutely.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Pound for pound, if you compare Deion Sanders to who's an up and coming running back right now. Right?
I'm not really.
Was
up
he
on
as
that
good?
stuff.
Okay, so
Ezekiel
basketball,
Elliott.
whoever you want to compare, like
Yeah.
Jordan to LeBron.
I want to say
At what
artist.
point was LeBron like
I want to say, you
halfway
see that
through
white
his
head
career?
right there? That's
Oh, yeah.
MGK this song. And
but it was purposely made that way.
MGK just saw the white hair, and Eminem's is that one with the black eyes, with the yellow and all. Right, that's the difference. Like, that's what we're comparing. Like,
but look, MGK's is higher. It's up there. It's
He's
up
an
there on the
MGK
shelf.
fan. He's an MGK fan.
I'm with him.
I'm not hating on
I'm
him.
also an Eminem fan, but not
anymore.
Not even but not the same songs that other people like. I'm not the same fans as other people. I liked Relapse, not Recovery. Like Relapse when he was like.
Right.
So seeing this, I was like, okay, we all expect Eminem to be great, of course. So I'm like, it's a mediocre song compared to like Rap God. And then MGK puts out something that even convinces Eminem fans that this is his best song. I don't know.
I think both of y'all are right. I think both of y'all are right in two completely different ways. Yeah. It is a win it's always a win for the person who is lower than you.
Right.
But,
yeah.
You know, I mean, shout out to MGK.
Shout out to MGK. Shout out to Conor McGregor. He got his face beaten.
Whoa. Was that a fight last night?
Excuse me?
Was there a fight last night?
No, I'm talking about when Mayweather beat the crap out of him.
What's he doing now, though? He's fighting.
What's he doing?
McGregor's about to fight somebody else now.
He is, and his popularity went way up because he took an ass whooping from somebody who was way better than him. I think that's a good comparison.
You know what?
Nice.
What was that you said about the 48 Laws of Power? You never try to step on a man who on top of you. Like, you just don't do that. It's just not smart. I feel like the other way around should be you never give attention to the person.
Or you don't step down.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have. If he didn't want to
be a bigger person.
No, because he
always.
Look, in that interview he said it. He's like, Sway's like, what are you gonna do now? And he's like, I'm like, fuck, now I gotta fucking respond.
You gonna ask me about it?
Now I gotta say something. And he's like, all right. Well, I gotta say it. Like, I think it was a good move. I mean, nobody else responded. He said like 7 names. Hobson was
people ain't got time to have Eminem coming on their neck like that. Like,
true that, yeah.
Like, they were happy. Like, did you see the video? The kids like,
nobody
said my name.
Yo, nobody else antagonized the guy with the nobody else antagonized the guy with the machete, but I did. Yeah, and you got cut, motherfucker. Like, oh shit. Yeah, well, that's what happens. No, it was definitely a good move. Shout out. But
go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, like, no, you gotta like put me up on it because I have not kept up with that. So you said that was you stopped at like the third thing.
So so he dissed Eminem on Tech 9, like supposedly subliminally, but it wasn't really. He did kind of say it. So then Eminem shouted out. Eminem hit him on Kamikaze album in like Not Like Me, Not Alike. One of the he hit a bunch of people in the song,
right.
And MGK decided to respond. So MGK was also holding on to a lot of shit for 6 years,
and
was like he literally said he woke up on the tour bus and heard that he released this track, went in the onboard tour recording studio, and that's why he was eating cereal because he said I was just gonna like put it like that.
What is that, oatmeal?
So yeah, I'm gonna shit in your oatmeal and it was over.
He's been thinking about it though. What's going on in his mind?
Of course, because first off, he's being dissed by his favorite rapper.
Yeah, that hurts.
And then over the past 6 years, you're not being acknowledged by your favorite rapper.
Yeah,
like he did. Eminem said it. Like he's like, Stan, son, Dad's not mad. Like he's not getting attention from Dad. And he's trying. Like that's what he's doing, right? But so he woke up, recorded this. He is on tour, and then he dissed him back. Then Eminem waited a week and released this thing, and now they come to find out it was on certain dates, and the whole narrative is like ridiculous, right? Yeah, he was writing this like a fucking screenplay. So it took him 6 years to do that. So then MGK put up a post after he released this of his shirt. With the Kill Shot logo in it, like, is it like, yo, you missed, like, you hit me in the leg, I ain't worried about it. Yeah. There's videos of people booing him, but it's not real. There's videos of people like going at MGK, like giving him the finger and like yelling at him because he's dissing Eminem.
Right.
But it's like 1 or 2 people in the audience. So MGK is definitely still getting hit, but he's got way more views on the diss track, and it's definitely a better song.
Views aren't always.
It's definitely a better song. Like.
It's not a better song.
It's not better lyrically, and it's not better technically, but it's definitely a catchy song. It's definitely...
It's not better lyrically, it is not better technically. What part is there left?
Lyrically and technically is that, is all the, like, how it was put together, and what he did. right? But in my opinion, that hit.
Because you're a fan.
I know. I get where you're coming from.
It is because I'm a fan, but also, I want to hear that over that. Like I've only heard Rap God a couple times because it was impressive, but do I want to hear it all the time? No.
So
I get it. Like it's great to hear Steve Vai play so well till he's 70, but I don't want to hear that all the time.
Again, we talked about this a few days ago, and I understand where he's coming from. I think his biggest thing is he just wants to see the young boy shine.
Yeah, that's what I was like. You're happy for him.
Yeah, I am.
Let's not go over what's really happening.
It's not from bias. No.
Right.
I do, but I'm still thinking that's why I'm separating the two tracks. Because I was just a bigger Eminem fan. Like when I could repeat Eminem lines like nothing, like Slim Shady and Marshall Mathers and Eminem, and then after that I didn't really, because I felt like it was the same thing. It's the same. Okay, you're gonna show us Slim Shady. Oh, okay, here's Marshall Mathers. Oh, there's Eminem, the great rapper. I've seen it, but he did it twice, and then he tried again, and then he's bringing
the first
him back
one he already killed him. So the second diss track was pretty much kicking a dead body.
The nail in the coffin.
Like, I mean,
no.
Have you ever? See, I can't compare.
Did
it
he
to
kill him
boxing.
harder than Benzino? Or Ja
He
Rule?
destroyed that kid.
But how come MGK is still going and Ja Rule and Benzino?
Remember, we had this
Benzino was
discussion.
old. Benzino was old.
Yeah, Benzino couldn't rap.
He just was a banana with braids. That's what he
So
called.
we're in a different era where nobody.
That's
Just
what
making
Eminem
sure. Are
called
we
it.
talking about? We're not
Banana
talking
with braids.
about Love and Hip Hop Benzino.
That Benzino, Eminem killed him 50 years ago.
He got fired from Double XL.
Wait, okay.
Because he did that. He brought
Sorry,
out.
where did he come from?
He put out a magazine that Eminem said the N-word a long time ago.
Yeah.
Trying to kill Eminem.
Yeah, he's not
Trying to
even
kill
around.
Eminem, and Eminem dissed him in like 10 tracks on the Green Lantern CD.
It's a different era.
That's
like I was
funny.
saying,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
MGK, he ain't gonna be dead from this. And again,
No.
Eminem did him a favor.
Yeah.
If this was 8 years ago, yeah, he would be dead. His career would be over. Nobody would want to hear him
Nice.
again.
Yeah, good assertion.
But
Yeah.
you know,
You think so?
because of social media.
But do you not think that the publicity from having Eminem
Not
talk
8
about
years
you,
ago.
Not 8
Yeah,
years
oh
ago?
yeah.
Nah, 8 years ago, because 50
Not 8
Cent.
years ago.
50 Cent went at Ja Rule, which was literally higher than 50 Cent at
Right.
that time.
Yeah.
Right.
On
Yeah.
it, Ja Rule was that. What
Okay.
that is?
Right.
He was the man, bro. 50
He was.
destroyed him. Like his
That was like
career's-
Pac, DMX, Ja Rule, and then 50
Right.
Cent. It was like the new, like I think the newer version of those people. You know
Ja
what I'm
Rule
saying?
was
Like
eating, man.
he was.
Ja Rule ain't play his cards right. Then,
Ja Rule
you
was
know.
What's that song? But baby girl, put it on me. I know you don't get lonely. Oh, I love that shit, bro. Ja Rule, Benny Bitty Beachy, like that was his album, and it was like do. Like yeah. That was cool.
Yeah, but back then though, like if this would have happened in that time, Eminem he would have dropped 10 mixtapes on MGK, and it would have been old.
But
for
Eminem was
sure.
a different artist 18 years ago, and so was
18 years ago, from day one, Eminem was a battle artist. Day one.
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's
yeah.
where he came from. That's all he knew.
Yeah, when you listen
Right.
to Eminem, you already know like he's dissing. You know what I'm saying? You already know. That
I think he
he's in there.
disses people on their own tracks. I think he
Of
hit
course.
Drake and Wayne on that one track.
He was the only person who really
There they
competed
go.
with Biggie Smalls.
Watch his shady spits
On
and
that
flow.
song, what's that song with him and Big?
They didn't do one together, not in real life.
The one, you know the one though. Do you
Yeah.
not know the one?
It's Run. No, Pac and Biggie did a song.
No,
On,
Eminem and Big did a song.
yeah, but he mixed it in there.
he mixed it in there,
Oh, okay,
but
yeah,
verse
yeah.
to verse, it was like.
Yeah.
You could have heard it.
But he killed Jay-Z on his song.
Why does people say that? 'Cause
Eminem killed Jay-Z on his song,
How?
man.
But why do people say that? Like it wasn't even a
Renegade!
battle. It wasn't a battle. It was totally different.
It wasn't a
viewpoints.
battle. It wasn't a battle, but I can listen to your verse and listen to your verse like, ooh.
I like Jay's more riding on it. Like I don't like.
Jay's is
Eminem's
really
not in my
simple.
top 5.
Say that again.
Eminem is not in my top 5.
That's cool. But on that song, Renegade.
No, I mean he impressed me a lot with it, and I was a big fan of Eminem during Renegade. But
Yeah.
as I grow,
Yeah.
Jay-Z to me like represents more of a growing artist than Eminem. Eminem just is continuing to do the same thing that's working. Great. But Jay-Z's doing different shit. He's experimenting. He's talking grown shit. He's like trying to teach the culture.
He's
Eminem's
evolved.
wanting to battle the culture.
Yeah.
Like, you're in it. You help create it. You want to,
Wow.
but you're bringing them up too. So I mean, you're bringing them up by battling them. But like, okay, man, we get it. That's what MGK's saying. Like, we get it. We know you're the greatest rapper alive.
That's so interesting. Both of them took very different like pathways, but they're still...
And they're considered top 3.
Yeah. Both of them. Yeah.
I don't want to hear Jay-Z rapping about selling drugs anymore. He's
no,
not in that.
He's not in that. You know. It's
so
like,
do I want to hear
real.
Eminem rapping? Like, do I want to hear another song of him killing his mom? Or like, no, you're 46 years old. What you doing, bro?
So what would you like to hear Eminem rap about?
I think the direction he was going was cool. He just needs to stop listening to people talk shit about him. So fucking
that's
what?
Another conversation we had, because this last album, I don't know if you're aware, everybody kind of shitted on him, for lack of a better term, because he wasn't shooting at everybody in the street.
Right.
But when you do that to me, well, you force me in a corner. A dog in a corner is gonna bite you.
Yeah.
No matter how
I wouldn't even be in that
docile
corner.
it is.
I'm not even over there anymore. You
Right.
guys are all in there talking about my old self.
Yeah, but hip hop put Eminem on, man.
Yeah.
They did, yeah.
And to be shunned by a
know
culture that put you on, and not only put you on, but you
looking
he
at
did
it
a lot
from
for
that
the culture,
perspective,
bro. Like Eminem did a lot for music, man.
Does he stop growing and creating different shit because people want
He
the
didn't
old
stop
shit?
growing. He didn't stop growing.
I think he made
He didn't peak.
what he wanted to make.
He still didn't peak.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think Eminem's reached his peak?
He can make a song. The songs that he make and his artistic ability is always going to be appreciated. I'm sure he's writing for other people too.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I know he was writing for D12.
Hey, do you do writing for other artists?
I do, actually. Yeah.
Spin that around. How do somebody get some lyrics from you? Because that song we just played, man, screw MGK and Eminem. We got Jay in the house. That song that you just played was fire, Jay.
Thank you.
I mean, it was a really good feeling track.
Thank you.
I'm listening to the lyrics. I'm listening to the how you call it, the rhymes.
Thank you.
How you put it together was beautiful, man. How can somebody get, how can somebody get your music, get your lyrics?
Well, first of all, shout out to Jason Jett. He produced the record. So,
Jason Jett?
Yes.
I have him on my friends.
Yeah.
Too awesome. Yeah.
That's his production.
All right. Shout out Jason Jett.
Yeah. Well, if you want to get a song written by me, or you want to co-write, just hit me up. Jay Smith on Facebook. You can be on any of my social media, singer Jay Smith, Instagram. And you work it out on a one-to-one basis. So if you want to get a song written by me, that's it. Yeah.
All right, so hit him up, Jay. Let's see. I'm gonna give you all your Instagrams again.
Okay.
Instagram at singer J Smith, just the letter J. SoundCloud at singer J Smith, just the letter J Smith. iTunes, Spotify, title J. Smith. Debut single Like We Knew It Would on Spotify. Go ahead and take a listen. Check it out. We're gonna go ahead and take a break and come back with Fidgets McGee and a little bit of quiz show, possibly some other kind of questions, maybe a little more in-depth look into Jay Smith, the singer. We're out. We'll be back in a minute.
We'll be back.
As long as you live, there's nobody before you.